So, hello everyone, and welcome to the third episode of the Pikuniku speedrunning tutorial. I am Aiden, and in this video I will be explaining how to do all of the water hat glitches that are done in both 80% and then 100% to a degree. So, I get a lot of comments on YouTube and in the Pikuniku Discord server, which, by the way, you should be in if you want to stay up to date with every strat that I get that gets found. Link is gonna be in the description. And I get a lot of comments that say that people don't really understand water hat glitches or water hat skips, and so I thought it would be a pretty good idea to explain from the easiest one to the hardest one. And luckily they're in that order in the run, which, I mean, it could be good or it could be bad, depends on how you want to look at it. But yeah, I will start by explaining how to do Mother Worm skip, which is quite easy, and then we'll move on to Sunshine HQ cutscene skips, which are a lot tougher when you're starting out, but when you got a bit of experience, they're not as difficult. But I wouldn't recommend starting to use them right as you start running the game, but it's good that you at least have a baseline on how to do them. Also, if you're wondering why I'm playing on 16:9 right now, it's just so the video looks cleaner. In the speedrun, we would normally play on 4:3. Gonna say it every single video, but the recommended resolution is 1280 by 960. And you want to go back to the menu anyway? Yes. And so that's pretty much all I wanted to explain. Let's just get on with the actual tech. So, once you're here, what you're gonna want to do is, you see this lamp right here. I'm gonna try to get the villagers out of here. So once you get, you're gonna want to start rolling, right? And once you get past this lamp, so long as these guys are pretty far behind you, like really far behind you, you're gonna have around 5 seconds. I'm gonna have around 5 seconds to make it over. So I'm gonna count from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so you make it over here. And you want to use that. You want to use the water hat right before the yellow rebel starts stalking. And so what that will do is let you move, or more importantly, let you open the hat menu when he stops stalking, so you can unequip it. So, as you can see, I ended up right here, but you don't necessarily have to be up there. You can go up to like wherever you feel like you get enough time to make it to. Like, you can make it over here, and so long as you get to pull out the water hat before this guy starts speaking, then it's all good. It's just that it's a lot better if you get enough time to make it up here, because it's obviously faster. But if you don't, you can just do it from here. Also, to like unequip the hat, you can just press H, as you can see I'm doing here. You don't even need the hat menu to show up like that, but you're obviously in a run, you're not gonna get a frame perfect hat unequip, so you of course shouldn't be expecting that. So, well, right after that, we're gonna have to get through this entire thing, so I'm probably gonna speed it up in post. So I'll see you guys when I'm in the elevator to explain something else.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So now that I'm in the elevator, I wanna explain that there used to be a strat done here in the old world records called fast elevator that isn't done anymore, and doesn't really say more than half a second. So I didn't really want to explain it here, but if you want to check it out, I'm probably putting an example somewhere on the screen so you guys can see it. But other than that, there isn't really much to explain about it, so let's just keep going. At least I got it right there, so we're good. We go past here. That was pretty nice. And so here is the part that confuses most people. What you're gonna do is, I usually just do it with like a running start and just drop in, because it's actually easier than if you were to like just stand here and jump. It actually gets a lot harder because when you touch the ceiling, especially here, you actually start falling a lot faster than if you just did that. So it's actually a lot safer to just do it quickly than to take your time to set it up. So that's usually what I do. So what you want to do, of course, is you come here and you quickly, once you're falling, you try to make it to H as quickly as possible, or like if you're in a controller, I think it's ZL. I always forget. So if you're in a controller, you try to make it to ZL as fast as possible to like open the hat menu, and then switch as quickly as possible to the water hat. Oh well, it doesn't really have to be as quickly as possible. I'm gonna use a bit of OBS trickery right here. Get an O. I love the letter O. The O is so useful. So you get this O right here. Gonna make it thin. No, I want to make it thin. To make it thin, really thin, and you place it around here. So about here is where the trigger for this cutscene is, and so long as Piku, I'm gonna circle Piku again. So long as Piku can make it past this point with the water hat still active, it's gonna skip the cutscene entirely, and you're gonna get to move on. So that's pretty much all there is to it. I will do it once fast, and I will play it again later in slow motion just so you can see the inputs a bit better. So yeah, let's just go with it. There you go. That's all there is to it. So here, once you're up to this point, what you're going to want to do is, around here, you're going to use the water hat again, because otherwise the game will soft lock. So you want to use the water hat, and then you unequip it, so it doesn't bother you. And when you enter this pipe, you skip the first text box, and you let the other one stand. As you can see, I'm keeping it there for a very specific reason. Once I make it here, what that does is you basically get to activate the detonator, and you also get to be down here, which saves a lot of time actually. So all of that together saves around 12 seconds, so that's pretty neat. I'll probably play that all over again in just a moment, or maybe I already did. I don't know how I'm gonna edit this in particular, but the point is it's not tough. Oh, I just screwed that up. That was not intended. There we go. And so once we're out of this, again, why can't I get those kinds of launches in runs? But yeah, once we do all of this, that's pretty much all there is to Mother Worm Skip, but I want to see if I can show you guys another trick that is also used in runs, but mostly in 100% because that's where you get trophies and things. So I'm gonna see if I can show you guys it. That's also another trick that I will explain in another video, because it's not part of this thing, so I'll explain it later. So once we're here, you can see this gift right here. That's the Ernie trophy. And so what we're gonna do is use the water head real quick, and we're gonna use it right next to the trophy. Oh, I missed it. Alright. So I'm gonna probably pull up an example now, just because it would have been pretty cool to show it, but I guess I don't get to. So what that does is basically let you move. It lets you move while in this cutscene right here, and so you get to grab this critter while that cutscene is still playing, and when that cutscene stops, you get to move again, and you can come over here and stop it, which is pretty cool in my opinion. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to that. We will now move on to Lab cutscene skip, or Sunshine HQ cutscene skip. We will start from floor 1 because there's a lot of stuff to explain here. I will hold on. I will turn off the sound for a moment because it's a bit annoying. So what you're gonna be seeing here is that the first room and the second half of the the first half of the second room don't really necessarily matter, as long as you can make it on the same door cycle every time. So the door cycle is the one that's with the broken door. So it opens and closes in intervals of like 4.5 seconds. And so long as you make it on the same door cycle every time, you're not going to be losing any time. So no matter if you go a tiny bit slower in the first room, it's still going to be okay as long as you can make it on time. So yeah, I will give you guys the sound again. And now I will show you how this works. I'm not expecting to get it first try, but if I do, that would be pretty cool. So we will see how that goes. We get past this guy. And we go up here. And we get here. So, once we're past this, when we get into this elevator, we're gonna get into the second room. And so what you're gonna wanna do is just hold right. But before you do anything, you're gonna wanna see this. So you can clearly see right here, there is this decoration on the wall. I'm probably gonna mark it with an L. A line right here. I'll put it right about here. Here, precisely. So that line, pretty much the marks where the trigger for the cutscene that we're going to be getting into is going to be. I'm going to make it red so it's a bit more noticeable. So this line is where you want to use the water hat at, but you will notice that every time you do it, it's going to be a little bit different, and that's what makes this trick very hard for a lot of people, is that you don't precisely know in what place it's going to work or not. So what you want to do is make sure that no matter where you're standing, that you can sort of get a feel for when it's going to work. But it's certainly not black and white. It's definitely just a band where it works. It's a band about like this big where using the water hat will kind of work. But you have to test, and it's all pretty much trial and error. So if you get it or not, it's all pretty much trial and error, just like that. It doesn't really take that long to get it again, so yeah. So this is usually what I like to do. When you want to land on the floor right here, because if you're here you can't use the water hat, and you can't use it here either, and you can't use it here or here. So you want to try to be as close to this as possible, while standing on the ground here, so you can use it. So, and you also have to use it right before the worm starts talking, because otherwise you're not going to be able to put it away. And yeah, right as you do that, you get out of here, you come here, you come here, you come here. And so this door is probably the most important thing about this entire trick. So you want it to be around like the second, like the first, no, sorry, the second 2 seconds after it's open, so that way you have enough time to actually make it down here when it's closed, and you have enough of a margin to actually make it across. So I'll show you guys what I mean. You gotta wait until like it's a bit closed, so you have enough time to make it across. As you can see, this thing right here, this, I'm gonna mark it with a circle again because I love doing that. So you see this flower pot right here is the thing we got after, and if you played the game before, of course, you know that this triggers a cutscene. So, of course, if you skip this flower pot, you skip all of the cutscenes that come after that, and that's where the cutscene skips in the name comes from. So I'm gonna be doing it again all quick, as quickly as I can, being really speedy. If I can get it first try, that'd be lovely. That's pretty nice. So you want to do this and this and this and this and here. And so once you get past this, you can open this door and you can just keep it going. Just keep it rolling. Like nothing, pretty much. Of course, the cleaner you get out of that cutscene, the better. For example, my world record actually got it so clean that I almost activated the door before the cutscene. So that would be pretty neat if that could be possible. So right here, as you can see, there's usually a cutscene that gets triggered around here. But as you can see, I'm not triggering it, which is nice. The only problem with this skip is that in normal circumstances, that would soft lock you. And also there's another little cutscene right here that you get to skip, which is pretty nice. I'll do something very funny. You can actually make him mad and take him with you, which is pretty cute. So he can kick you while in this cutscene until he despawns. And so once we're here, there's also a cutscene here that usually plays, but as you can see, it's not playing here. So that's pretty cool. The cutscene that usually plays here doesn't play now, which is awesome. Usually the game would softlock here because you can't trigger the cutscene to start the next room. But luckily, you can just do ghost people and get to the end, which is what I'm gonna do to end off the video. Just like that. We get past it, like this, like that, and we're here. And there we go, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all there is to it. If you guys enjoyed this tutorial, I hope you did, because this took a lot of effort, pretty much. I hope you guys got a nice look into how both of the skips work. And yeah, I hope you guys have a pretty nice day. And good luck with those runs if you actually decide to do any. And yeah, have a good one. Bye bye.